How will the year 2024 is going to be for the Capricorn ascendants is what we are going to see in this video. So mind you, first of all, this video is on the basis of your ascendant. It's not on the basis of your sun sign or on your moon sign. And also this is based on the scientific astrology. So what is scientific astrology? Scientific astrology is a form of astrology where we include not just the Navagraha, but we also include planets which is beyond that, like Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, which is nothing but the Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. And also some more extra planets which is called as planet X, Y, Z, Chiron, which will give a sharper analysis. And all of this is from the inferences which is given by the Rishi Parashar himself. Okay. And so that is scientific astrology. And also in this form of astrology, we don't believe that anything can be altered. We don't believe in that changing the spelling of a name or doing some tantra, mantra, yantra or wearing a stone is going to alter anything in your life. Whatever is supposed to happen will happen. Okay. And what we have to do is in this year look at what are those various things that is going to happen to you. Okay. And all the positives, possibilities you maximize. And whatever challenges that I'm going to talk to you, handle them, manage them. Okay. So that you can go ahead. So the first thing that you need to do is you'll have to find out your ascendant. So how do you do that? Go to greenstonelobbo.com. There you will see something mentioned as free horoscopes. Okay, click there and you will have to fill up your birth details there. And very importantly, you need your time of birth. Okay, so fill in the time of birth and then your horoscope will be generated. In that horoscope, okay, you will see on the left hand side, you will see something mentioned as planetary details. Okay, and in the planetary details, you will see the first line. Okay, under the planetary details will be something mentioned as ascendant. Okay, and there will be a zodiac sign mentioned against that. That zodiac sign is your ascendant or ascending sign or lagna. Okay, it's all the same thing. And we are going to be talking about your lagna, what is going to be happening to you based on your lagna, because whatever we are going to talk about on the base of lagna is much more sharper because we are talking about all the planets. It is not just about sun or the moon. Okay, yeah. So, Capricorn ascendant people, the last couple of years, you would have had some challenges in certain areas. First of all, one important thing that I have been seeing is that, there is a planet Z which is weak in the 7th house. 7th house is the house of love, romance and relationships. So, the planet Z was weak in the 8th Lord has been weak in the 7th house of love, romance and relationships since about a year and a half. So, someone who is very, very close to you, okay, could have been going through some sort of a trouble or a problem. If they have already been through some issues and challenges, then it's good, they already been through that. But if someone who is very close to you, in the family has not gone through some issues, then probably this year is one year where you have to be very careful, because someone close to you can go through some challenges, some health issue or some trouble, or maybe you have a relationship issue. You and that person can have an issue and you'll have to manage that issue, that can crop up in this year and you'll have to probably manage that. So relationship is a major source of challenge that I'm looking at. Okay, so the first thing. The second one that I'm looking at is your 9th Lord is going to be weak in the 12th house. 9th house means foreign countries. 12th house is losses. 12th house also means foreign countries. Okay, now 9th house is also education. So if at all you are a young student, if you have to do something to do with the education, if you have to go abroad, then be very, very careful. I mean, if you're a Capricorn ascendant and you have to go abroad and study, everything connected with studies and education and foreign countries is not so strong in the chart. So you may have some issues there. You will have to face those issues. Probably there can be some issues connected with visa, or even if you have to settle in a foreign country like your PR or something, it may get delayed. All of those things can happen. Anything connected with travels, okay, anything connected with logistics, okay, you have to be very, very careful. There can be some issues in that area. If you're traveling around the world, if you're traveling, travel can be, that entire domain of travel is weak in the horoscope in this year, so be careful. Okay. So I'm talking about you have a Shani which is weak in the 2nd house. 2nd house is the house of money, and Saturn has been weak since the last year and a half, 2 years almost. And in this year also it's going to be weak. So money, monetarily you may be, be a bit constrained. In fact, you also have this Z is also your 8th Lord weak. 8th house means other people's money. So you have other people's money planet is weak, and in your own money house also there is a weak planet. So which means money has been a problem, in the last couple of years, and this year also will continue to be so. It won't be easy. Okay. So these are the common troubles connected with the Capricorn ascendant people for this year. Okay. Now let's look at the positives for the Capricorn ascendant people in this year, in 2024. And now for this, what you'll have to do is you'll have to go and check if the planets that I'm going to talk about, if they are strong in your chart or not. The planets that I'm going to talk about are X, Chiron, okay, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. 5 planets. If these planets are in green color in the chart, they are positive. So whatever I'm going to tell you will be positive results. You can listen to me what I'm saying and those results will be positive. But if the planets are in red font in the chart, font you have to note, not the circle and square. If they are in red font in the chart, then that means they are negatively placed and negative results will happen. Okay. So let's look at planets one by one. Let's talk about this planet Chiron, which is going to come in your 4th house. Okay. Now this is something interesting. Chiron is a very powerful body, and if you have it green in font in the chart, and it is going to come into your 4th house. 4th house means family, home, property, food. Okay. So if you're someone who's thinking of starting a food business, or if you want to expand your already existing food business, this is a fantastic time to do. If you want to buy a property, land, if you want to do something for your family, all of these, this year is going to be a fantastic year. You can do all of those things. If you want to buy vehicles, it's a good time. But if you have a Chiron weak in the chart, all of this can be a challenge. One good thing is that if you have a Chiron positive or negative, if you are thinking of buying a property, if you want to take it on loan, especially if your Chiron is negative in the chart and you want to buy a property on loan, go for it. Okay. Because a loan is a problem issue that you're taking it on your head, okay, and it is going to go for many years. So it's okay. It's a negative thing, right? And you're giving a manifestation to that. So that's fine. And but otherwise, be careful about your family. If your Chiron is weak, then somebody at home can go through some issue. So your Z is also weak. Your Chiron is also weak. One is in 7th, one is in 4th. Not a very good thing. So something connected with family, home, parents. All of these things can be a challenge area which you have to be careful about. Planet X is there in the 6th house. 6th house means 6th house indicates. Positively speaking, it can indicate numbers, data, even technology, okay, processes, systems. So if you're a person who's doing a lot of these work, you're connected with engineering or numbers or data or finance, money, you want to do fantastic, okay. It's going to be good. But if you're a person who's having a planet X weak in the chart, it's your 5th lord weak in the 6th house. So there can be some irritants connected with your children, something to do with your, health may be a challenge, or somebody who's very close to you again. It's all coming again and again about somebody close to you, going through some health issue, okay. Some loved one, some love or romance not going right, so those kind of things can be there, okay. So that's another weak planet in the chart. Then I'm looking at, it can be strong or weak depending upon that, the results will ensure. And Neptune is in the 3rd house. Neptune is in the 3rd house, and if Neptune is powerful in the chart, you can be doing a lot of creative work. You can be doing a lot of work which is where you're like a leader. You're there in the front, and you're sort of taking things along, and people are following you. You're the creative strategist. Okay, you're thinking of a lot of ideas. You're coming up with some path-breaking stuff. So you're doing some fantastic work as a leader, as a communicator, as a teacher, as a master, as a guru. You're doing a lot of work, cerebral work and communication when intensive work you're doing if you have the Neptune strong in the chart, which is there in your 3rd house. If Neptune is weak in the chart, then probably in the last 2-3 years, you must be going through a lot of frustrations, unhappiness, worries, mental tension, stress, okay. It will only continue to be so in this year also. It won't be very easy, okay. Probably all of the stress can come from the other areas that I talked about, family, home, parents, all of that. Then finally, we're looking at Pluto. Pluto is your 11th lord in the 1st house, okay. So 11th house means what? Business profits, and 1st house means personality. So if your Pluto is strong in the chart, in the last 2-3 years, you must have been trying to do some sort of a business activity, and it would have probably also started giving you some money. Some financial results are coming in, okay, which is good. It will continue to be so in this year also. Keep doing your activity connected to finances, and it will slowly but steadily give you a lot of money. But if your Pluto is weak in the chart, in the last 2 years, there has been 2-3 years, there's been a lot of drain in finances. Your expenditures have been going up, or your money is not coming in. Your profitability is shrinking. Your cash, there is a cash crunch. The cash flow is impacted. It is only going to be so. It's only going to continue to be so. And even in the preceding years, the coming years are also not so great. It's looking to be a little troubled. You have a Shani week in the 2nd house. You have a Pluto week in the 11th house. Double whammy and trouble. Okay. So yeah, life is never easy. You always have some plus and minus, and you'll have to navigate through all of these things in life. Okay. So thank you so much, people, for watching this video. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. For you, it's nothing. It's just a click of the button. It's free for you. But for me, it's a very important thing. Okay, please do consider subscribing.